What's up, everybody? Merc here, back with NPL Season 6, Week 11, and this week we're going to be taking on Trev and his Atlanta Braviarys, and this is a make-or-break match in the season for us, and because Shoddy, spoilers, Shoddy dropped his Week 11 game, so that means if we win out the season, then we can make playoffs, but feeling a little melancholic, and the reason is I did not get it done this week because I choked. And I've already recorded this once and it failed, so I'm just kind of in a bad mood now. So I'm just going to pretty briefly go over things, but just let it be known that I messed this game up and I can't make playoffs now. So that's a little sad, but my team is cool, so I might as well show that off. Trev's team, you probably know it by now, and I don't really want to go into it since I don't have the tab open. But anyways, I have Licky Licky, Swords Dance, Wish, Facade EQ with mixed defense and a little attack to do a little something, but this set was completely destroyed his team if I played it right and if he brought a certain style, so I thought that would be kind of cool. Definitely a big win condition and a pretty fun set, pretty heat set, and Wish is always nice, but yeah, if he brought a fat team, this thing would just solo it if he like burnt me or T-waved me, because then Facade just breaks everything, and he doesn't have a fighting type, I don't believe. Next, we got a Jirachi. It's fully special defense because he has Mega Diancie and a potential Curum Black, which could be defensive or special. And we've seen Curum for the past 2 weeks, and we're going to see it for a third straight time. So I'm a little annoyed by that. This fourth time I've had to face a Curum this season. I have not beaten once at this point, so that just didn't loom out, but whatever. Yeah, so this thing is meant to check some stuff, mainly that Diancie, but also special Curum if he decides to go that route. And we've got a Suicune, Sub, Toxic, Protect. You know, it's kind of a scummy set, but it does well against his team because I can stall things out really, really well with Pressure and Protect and Sub, and that's good, so that's kind of cool. Then I've got a little more heat, Sub, Tailwind, Dual Stab, Mega Latios. This set really just beats up on his offense. If I can get a Tailwind up and get a little chip damage, then I can just sweep through once I weaken the Registeel. That's nice. Then I've got a Crocodile, Rosalie Berry for his Diancie. Moxie, rocks, 3 attacks, same old, same old. If I have Tailwind up, this could potentially Moxie sweep, and he doesn't really have many physical attackers, so I didn't think that Intimidate was all that necessary. Then we got a Keldeo. Scarf Keldeo just wrecks his team, and he doesn't have a resist to these 4 moves, and that's pretty cool. So let's get into the battle. Let me just turn the stylish on. Yeah, so he brought these guys, pretty much what I expected to see, so let's just get into it. I'm going to lay off with Jirachi because I didn't want to see Elite turn 1 Diancie and get fucked. But he's going to lead Registeel, which was kind of obvious. I probably should have just counter-led that better with Crook, but I lead Crook a lot. So I'm going to go to Crook and Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to go into my Jirachi here because I can take hits from the Excelgor, but the catch is I know he could have Final Gambit, so basically I need to be at full health as long as he's at full health so that he can't knock me out with the Final Gambit. So I throw up a Wish, and I'm going to Protect. I know he can just lay up spikes, but losing my Jirachi is a lot worse than having 3 layers of spikes on the field, in my opinion. So now that I'm at full, I can now Iron Head it, as he's going to get up all 3 layers, which is annoying, but I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO this thing with the Iron Head. So down it goes, and we're in an okay spot, though having hazards up against me is not fantastic because that puts my stuff in range of things. Yeah. I'm going to throw up a Wish against the Registeel because I don't think it can really touch me, as he's just going to show Thunder Wave. So I'm going to get the free switch into Crocodile right here, heal up my hazards damage, and like a set. Oh no, I'm going to go into my Suicune actually, because Suicune poses a pretty big threat to the team. And I make a little bit of a misplay here. I should have just went hard Toxic, because Toxic would have, like, he was switching into either his Kyurem or his Mantine, and I should have just predicted that in Toxic. But I go for the Sub, and because I'm afraid of a Sub Kyurem and losing all of my momentum, I'm going to hard switch out and lose my own Sub. So because of that, I'm going to basically, it was a misplay, I guess. I should have just Toxic there, but if he got a Sub up, then I'd be in a very bad position where I'd be forced to sack, but I guess I would be forced to sack anyways. and Toxicking would allow me to potentially stall this thing a little bit if he was choiced. But here's going to switch out, I guess, fearing a Crook switch in, which kind of shows he could be Scarfed, maybe, but then again, I don't know why he would go into Necrozma as his Crook answer, so I'm not sure about that. But I'm going to Iron Head. This shows that he's offensive, which is interesting. Now he's going to Rock Polish, and I didn't want him to set up in my face, so it's just going to click Toxic right here, which is good. I connect. And now I'm going to go out into my Suicune, knowing that I can probably take a Dark Pulse or an Earthquake, and then protect stall this thing a little bit. My Suicune's got too low too fast, so I kind of screwed up with this set, but it's okay. I'm going to protect, put myself out of range of the Dark Pulse, but he's going to have Psychic or Psyshock, mostly likely Psychic, and he's going to be able to click that and knock me out. If he had Psyshock, I don't think it would have because I'm physically defensive, but oh well. And he's going to die to Toxic next turn, but I'm not going to protect here because there's no point saving my Jirachi, and throwing up a Wish in case he had Moonlight was the better option, because then I could be able to heal myself and stall it out, I guess. So, I don't know. Having a 11% Jirachi didn't really help me that much either because it was dead to hazards. But now I can go in with my Licky Licky. I'm going to try and click SD, but he is going to para me first turn, which is kind of annoying, but that does activate my Facade, so that's good. And now he's going to try and do the Iron Head bullshit, which, you know, whatever. It's not going to work as I'm able to throw up a Wish, and now that I have Wish in the air, I can pretty freely SD and just really threaten his team out. Though the full para was annoying because I couldn't get a set up as fast as I could. And now here I probably should have just clicked Facade because it killed something, and I knew the Mantine coming out was a potential thing, so that was another misplay. But I'm going to Wish, thinking long term, and he's going to be able to Haze. I knew he was going to have Haze, so I should have just Facaded. As you can see, a +2 Facade would have knocked this thing out. But he's going to go for the Scald now, and it bounces off because Licky Licky is bulky, and he opts not to Roost, so I can kill him with a Facade, which is good. I guess he knew that he just couldn't win the exchange with me, I guess. So that's the thing. But now Keldeo's in a great spot, except, of course, I'm going to choke the game in the end. He's going to Outrage as I Facade and get some nice damage off. And what I can just do here is let my Licky die, and then just go into Keldeo and pick up my kill. And the rest of the turns after this, I just don't want to talk about, so I'm going to let you just watch as I I guess I will talk about it and explain what I was trying to do. So he's going to go to Registeel, and I can't let my Keldeo get paralyzed, or I shouldn't let my Keldeo get paralyzed, since I think Crook might die. Well, it might take the hit after the hazards. I'm not sure. I didn't calc. But I'm going to EQ, and after this, I get shook because I considered the option of him being Magnet Rise plus Rock Polish, which, if I thought about it, I guess he could have done it since he didn't really need the coverage. He just needs Moonblast and Earth Power, but I forget what's even on my team at this point. But he probably would want a rock move to hit my Togekiss or something like that. I'm not sure. But I'm going to switch out into my Latios, and basically I just need to have it so I can have my Keldeo in before he can set up with his Diancie, but I'm just not going to execute it properly. I'm going to Psychic, and then I'm going to Tailwind, and then I'm going to knock it out. I should have just gone hard into Keldeo after I Tailwinded, maybe, because I don't think it died to S-Toss, and with the Tailwind up, I would be able to outspeed the Diancie even if I'm paralyzed, so it would just come down to me getting parried. But I'm going to mess it up as I go for the Psychic. I can't kill him, and he's going to Rock Polish, and I lose. So that's my season. I feel really dumb about this. I completely botched a playoff run, and I feel silly about that. I really want to forfeit my last week, but at the same time, I don't want to finish the season 5-7 because that's just abysmal for my standards, because I've never had a losing season, and I don't want to start that now. So I apologize that I played really bad this season. I probably acted I did act really poorly, and it's just really disappointing and demoralizing for me. So yeah, just kind of a crappy season for me in a lot of ways, but I guess I'll see you for the next week and see if we can finish the season out on a little bit of a positive note, but we are eliminated from playoffs, so that last playoff spot's up to either Trev or Shoddy, depending on how it goes. And unless something crazy happens, I think that's just it. So, yeah, see you guys later. Bye.